Good afternoon. This is Dakota, and this is Coffee with Dakota on Chessie Creek today as we kayak, as I kayak, and you get to watch and see this beautiful scenery. And hopefully hear some of the birds. And this is, so on my left-hand side over here, this is called the Ace Basin, and there is like 1.75, I think, million acres that has been preserved. They did a whole thing on it on National Geographic. And so over here, there used to be rice fields back in the day when there were several plantations around here that worked these the slaves worked the rice fields. But now there are at least 30 endangered species that live over here, birds and different things. And there's about, I think there was 135 various types of birds and or species and reptiles and all kinds of stuff. So right now I'm kayaking in the time of year when the alligators are hibernating, so I'm very lucky about that. But there are lots of turtles and frogs and lots of birds. Like right now, there's an egret flying above me. You might see him in the background here in a minute. And ahead of me, there's some birds, big birds, sitting on the trees. So I don't know if we'll make it over there or not. But anyway, I digress. This is from Kathleen, this question today. And she says, does it mean anything that I feel drawn to energy healing, have possibly empathic ability, drawn to the concept of local healer during medical time period? Forgive me if this sounds silly. No, that's not silly at all, Kathleen. I think, my experience is that most everybody who is probably watching this video has this intuitive feeling within themselves that makes them empathic, that, and many people I think are being called right now to enter into this place of being using their healing abilities, using their abilities, period, whatever that might be, whether it's intuitive, empathic, if it's, just, and how that gets kind of played out. So you can have those gifts and become, like a medical intuitive, a massage therapist, an acupuncturist, life coach. There's just a number of things that you can use those abilities for. My true feeling is that everybody really has the ability to be that. And because we all have this inner shaman within us, we all have access to the same resources, to the same oversoul, to that collective pool of energy. And so we each choose how to embody those gifts that we have, that intuition, and it plays out in different ways, which is a good thing, because if we were all life coaches, or we were all massage therapists, or we were all whatever, then we wouldn't have the texture of life and the texture of humanity. So I would say that if you're being called or led to kind of investigate and be that, to really dive in and figure out what that means for you, then you should, and allow yourself to be in that powerful place of knowing what those gifts are. And I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know what it is, but it's like a grunt. Anyway, each of us, I believe, when we come into our power and we really step into that and we find out what our natural gifts are and how that shows up in the world and we live that sacred purpose, that is the beauty of humanity rising up together, is when we each are doing that. And what we the life that we live is a reflection of our true soul. So I hope that answers your question, and I will be curious to see what avenue you decide to express those beautiful gifts, and maybe you can share it with the world, with us. All right, bye.